All right, look at that. I think, yeah. Holy smokes. Can you see me? Can you hear me? ABC. Lisa Ray, the fry connoisseur of the day. Fries are us, queen. And then Sue from Down Under, Don Johnson. Let's see who else is in here. Holy cow. Incredible, incredible. I thought I'd come on just a few minutes early. How's my audio sounding? All right. Not too loud, not too soft, just fine and dandy. What's going on, folks? God bless y'all. Let's go ahead and get the prayer going. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I humbly ask our Lord Jesus Christ that if it's in your accordance with your holy will, that all curses, evil, demonic involvement, and or attacks being sent against us be blocked and sent back from whence it came. Dear God, help those that are in need, body, mind, and spirit. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. All right. Well, there we started a good podcast already, or radio show, or whatever you want to call this thing. Or we're on the Paranormal Radio app in Dark Waters channel over there. And Silent Rain. Hey, I hope your mom's doing all right. Gregory, what's going on? What you guys drinking tonight? I got some lemonade and I got some Diet Dew over here. Some very cold lemonade, actually. Tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about just about every freaking podcast or live stream I've seen have been talking about a skull. I'm going to give you my opinion on it and what I think it is, or it may not be. I don't know. We'll see. AJK's got the water going on there. Let's see. Couple of things, station keeping. Yeah. If you want to be a part of the Discord channel, right there's an invitation. Join in, please, if you like. There's about 100 and some participants, well, not participants, there are 100 and some people over there in that Discord channel. And, give or take, I've been a part of chat rooms for oh my God, better part of 40 years. Back when WWW wasn't WWW. It was actually you had to sign in on a military account to get on board. And it waxes and wanes, and you have some good days and you got some bad days. Barbie, what's going on? Water for me. All right, Paper Chaser. Thank you for all the. Thank you for that email you sent me, Paper Chaser. Appreciate that. I don't know if I think I responded to it, or maybe not. I don't know. I'll double check. But holy cow, we got a few things to talk about. But tonight's open lines 931-994-6917. If you want to be a part of it, please do. And hold on a second. Let me stop sharing that. And if you want to be a part of the actual stream itself and be up here with me, keep me company, right here you are. There you go, and we'll get her started here in a couple of minutes. Get everybody rolling in. Got 14, 15 people in here just now. So, Jason, what's going on, brother? And let's see who else is in here that I haven't picked on yet. I don't know. We'll see. I think I pretty much said hello. If I have not said hello to you, wave or say hello. You didn't say howdy to me. Charles, what's going on, brother? It's a going. Actually, tonight I almost talked myself out of doing this show. I don't know what it was, the funk that I was in, but said a couple of prayers, and God told me, reminded me this is going to hurt. So this is not exactly going to hurt, but I said, why the heck not? Next thing I know was bada boom, bada bing. I'm right here doing this show. So God bless y'all. Mr. Hugh, the Lakia show's in the house. And guys, got any stories, got any interesting things to share? Links from stories, links to whatever. Only thing I can't do is share YouTube posts. That's usually the one thing I probably can't share, unless it just looks suspiciously owned by some sort of media company. But you can also email me at seang@imdarkwaters.com if you want to share something that I can pop up on the screen here. Get the audience involved here. There you go. What's this? This is 2 seconds ago. Oh, okay. I got. I need to get out this Facebook page right here. Bass sent me something here in just the last little bit, or not the last little bit, about the last 24 hours, about an interesting story that I was like, holy cow, I need to talk about this at least. It may have been on other streams. I have no crazy. And let's see. Lisa says the show is like going to the gym. Sometimes do you want to go, but once you get there, you're good to go. Now, I don't know about wanting to go to the gym. I don't know. It was just one of those, you ever wake up and you're like, I ain't motivated to do jack all. And that's the way I woke up this morning. Wrote a couple lines today, and that was about it so far. I'm going to write some more when I get off here. I got a couple of good inspirations, memories and stuff. So let's see. I think I'm on like day 151 of writing. Catalyst Sue, what's going on? I appreciate you being here. Jello, everyone, I made it. Well, how warm is it down in Florida? You don't want to go. Sorry, typo. So that's all right. You actually reminded me of a typo or misspelling or whatever the other day. I appreciate that. That was amazing. I was like, holy cow, really? It's a going. It's a going. It is hot. It is actually 70 degrees Fahrenheit here. One of my friends actually tried to get me to go or get some donuts. I said, well, I can't get any donuts till the weekend. You know I don't drive. So there you go. And I went and I actually downloaded DoorDash just in case something occurs. And I was like, holy cow, at least I get Hardee's here. Speaking of Hardee's, Lisa Ray was waiting in the drive-thru. I'm sure the drive-thru was on the way or to or from the gym, right, Lisa? Or the National Friday thing. Is it just today or is it all week there? I don't know. The Buck Moon tonight. Cannot see it from Tampa. I'm sure it's there. The Buck Moon. The Buck Moon. I'm going to have to look that up. I know what the Buck Moon is, but we'll just, get that. I messed around with how my Mac looks, and it kind of bugs me because I don't know where it's all at yet, but I like the way it's set up. Buck Moon. Let's go here. 2022. The meaning of the Buck Moon. The full moon in July is called the Buck Moon because the antlers of the male deer are in full growth mode at this time. Old Farmer's Almanac says bucks shed and regrow their antlers each year. And that's absolutely true, producing a large and most impressive set as years go by. Yeah, there you go. Well, Buck Moon it is. Crazy. A beautiful large moon last night. So, yeah, you complained about that. Seeing that large moon. Last night it was orange here. Storm was about ready to brew, and actually the county over from where I live in Buchanan County, which is not that far from me, they had some flooding, and 40 people are missing. And I drove through there, I couldn't tell you how many times. I didn't know it was so, well, I knew it was susceptible to flooding, but not like that. Had some wicked flooding, flash flooding down there. So please pray for those 40 people in Buchanan County, Virginia. But let's see. Okay. Let me get used to where I've got things set up here. Ah, here we go. There I am. It was really pretty coming up from the horizon. I love looking at it. And that was on to or from the fry store there. Holly, good to see you. Always glad to see you around. All right, so let's get this old show on the road. Everybody's been talking about this thing. All right, guys, question for chat. Regular fries, curly fries, or soft fried potatoes? I am a curly fry guy with cheese sauce, cheese dip, curly fries. Curly. Curie, I guess that was curly. But yeah, definitely. Put a 1 in for regular fries, 2 for curly, and 3 for soft fried potatoes, or 4, I don't care for fries. And then I think there was one that always picks 5 no matter what I do. But AJK's got Arby fries, curly, regular fries, silent. I like most fries unless they are underdone. Cheese and chili, Catalyst says. Water. I have never had Whataburger. Cajun fries, my favorite. Oh my. Where do you get Cajun fries from, Barbie? That's interesting. I'd like to have them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All the above. Add cheese and bacon to it. All right, there, Lisa. I think that's what you said over on my Discord channel. But if you want to be a part of Discord or pop this down, if you want to be a part of the show, you can jump on right now. But we're going to start talking about a couple of stories. At least get the Zaxby's. Oh my lord, Zaxby's pretty good. Maybe only in Texas, Louisiana. I have not had a chance to go to Louisiana or Texas. Sugar Britches, howdy. I need to give you a ranch, Sugar Britches. Let me put you in a ranch. I know I've got a sea of blue out there, and I really don't give a crap. But Paper Chaser, I'm handing you a wrench as well. What is Discord? It is a chat server that's individual. Holly, you're on my Discord server. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure you're my Discord server. If not, somebody strange is going on. Strange Accounts Podcast. What's going on? Good to see you there, buddy. And I will be on Strange or making a appearance on Strange Accounts Podcast, I think, at the end of this month. Matthew and I are going to have a combo over there. But please join in over there on my Discord server. It's free to join, free to download. Got some like-minded people over there. I've only had to kick off a few people throughout the 3 years it's been up. But Five Guys is high. But Five Guys has freaking awesome fries, and they just shovel in by the buckets full. 31st. Yep, that's right, the 31st. So, going to be talking about anything and everything in the sun. Well, just click that little Discord link I just popped there, Holly, and you get on there, and it's a chat server. And sometimes I jump in on there after I get off of my live streams, which I've had it in the past. Jump on there and start talking over there. Have a voice chat, video chat, do the same thing I'm doing right here. But who knows? I might do that tonight. That sounds pretty decent. Cajun seasoning on the Five Guys fries. Yeah, gummit. Lisa, you've overtook the chat with the fry talk. But hey, it's National Fry Day. Why the heck not? Brown Dwarf. Where are you? Where is Brown Dwarf? I just saw his name pop up. Brown Dwarf. I've been watching your TikTok videos. They're pretty cool videos there, buddy. Chaos Theory Productions, the king of the chowder. You ain't gonna stop. Come on, quit doing that. Kung Fu Edward. Well, buddy, I'm gonna add you as a moderator too. Wait just a second. I'll get you there. Might as well. Doesn't hurt to get all that stuff up there and running. Clear. Yeah. Did I get you? Yeah, I did. There you go. So that's how you do it. That's how you are. Chaos is definitely a chowder guy. I don't know if do they put chowder on fries? I know they do. Potatoes is in chowder, so I guess it probably was some sort of weird chowder thing there. But let's get this thing going. So, if you have not been under a rock, which I've been trying to be under a rock for the last couple of weeks, trying to stay out of the paranormal realm, trying to cleanse myself all this paranormal stuff. If you have not, if you eat, breathe, and dream and sleep, and that's all you take care of is all paranormal, dogman, Bigfoot, whatever it is, take a break from it. It's going to drive you nuts every once in a while, but there you go. Red Raider, what is going on? Thank you for being a part of the show. Okay, Red, you did not see. Today is National Friday. So are you a regular fries or curly fries, or are you a wedge kind of fries kind of person? Curly fries. All right. Well, there you go. I'm a cheese sauce. You add cheese sauce to just about any fry, and you got me hooked already. All right. Let's go and start this thing off. And I know a couple of live streamers that have talked about this, and I've had a few people, about 3 or 4, maybe, 3 or 4 people has asked me about my opinion about it. But where is that thing? There we go. Now we've got to go back over here and then share this sucker out. We'll talk about, or I'll talk about it proper. My opinion probably won't be of any use to anybody, but why not? There you go. Wedge fry or tater tots. Well, tater tots and chili. Yeah, there you go. Can't spell tonight. I forgot about tater wedges. There was a spot, Jason, here in my town, well, actually, my region, called Hillbilly Fried Chicken. They had the best the only place that I had seen, and son of a gun, that diner closed down. But there was a Hillbilly Fried Chicken in just about every town here in my neck of the woods. And they had these huge wedges. It's like they got these gigantic taters, as they call them around here, and made these tater wedges. And it was freaking awesome, man. But they closed down a while back. And there was one down by a hospital that I used to sub as director down there every once in a while. When somebody would go on vacation, I'd go down there and check on what's going on down there. And they had a Hillbilly Fried Chicken down there, and I went and got me some freaking tater wedges for sure, and the chicken. Anyway, so if you've been under a rock, or you've not been under a rock, Hillbilly Fried Chicken making my mouth water now, buddy. I'm telling you, just curious, it was freaking awesome. You can stick that 13 spices and herbs up your butt. It had just enough heat, and it was just right. But hey, whatever. Oh my sweet Jesus. Bass, man. I'm gonna you sent me that link. Yeah, you sent me that link in Facebook. I'm gonna have to, I gotta do my grocery shopping this weekend. I've been bombarded with frickin' everything under the sun that makes me want to crave ice cream peach tea. I actually have peach tea. Which I've got to order some more supplies for peach tea. Let's see. Peach tea, the frickin' is like a macaroni cheese casserole. Oh my sweet. Anyway, I'm talking paranormal, and we're going to go buy this massive primate skull found in North American forest. Sparks Bigfoot frenzy. Well, everybody under the sun that I know of, that I have been following, has talked about. The only person I have not heard say anything about is actually Dark Waters. And he's actually on vacation with his lady. So I dare say that he's probably not even, if he knows about it, I'm pretty sure he's heard about it, but I don't think he's made any comments to me or anybody that I know of. But some people are convinced that the large primate skull found in Canadian woodland may finally prove the existence of Bigfoot, although others remain highly speculative. Their online frenzy, potential breakthrough in hunting for the Bigfoot after a large primate skull. Now, everything that I have come across points to this little fella right here, which I had no clue who the. Actually, I had to say his name about 4 times a day to get his name in my head. Coyote Peterson. And that's only a name that your mama can give you or your press agent can give you. TikTok. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. I haven't posted anything TikTok in the last little bit. I need to do something. I got enough people to go live. I might as well. Why in the hell did I didn't go live tonight? I don't know. But this is apparently Coyote Peterson, and he found this skull that every person that I know of that streams has talked about it. And it's actually got a bullet hole inside of it, which is not listed on this. Or does it? Yeah, it does right there. There's the bullet hole. Now, I'm not saying that's a bullet hole. That's a hole in what looks to be a primate skull. Other than that, I figured out I just love accents. Besides my favorite, Sean Gene DDoS' second runner-up. Listen to and relax to. Oh, I appreciate that, Barbie. I honestly, I don't get it. I've had people come to me and say, I fall asleep to you, your streams or your shows or whatever. I was like, I guess that's all right. I used to take it like a little off, but now that I think about it, why not? Heck, everybody likes that ASMR, whatever that thing is. It drives me nuts to listen to that stuff. I was like, that makes my brain itch to listen to that junk. But if that's what makes you think, well, Callus says it's definitely a bullet hole. Now, is it real or is it fake? I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm not a primatologist. I'm not a skull expert. Closest thing I'm expert in is feeding my face. And at one time, I was a respiratory therapist, so I had to be expert in that. And we've got a caller. Give me just a second, caller. We'll get you right on the air, and we'll get you situated here. All right, caller, you're live on the air. What's your name and where you from?
Yo, Big Daddy, this is Frank from Toronto.
Hey, Frank, what's going on?
Not too much. I was calling because you were talking about fried chicken, but you didn't say anything about no Bojangles. You had the Bojangles fried seasoning, brother?
Yeah, I've had Bojangles. It's not my favorite.
Why not?
It's too breaded for me, or at least the ones that are local to me is too breaded. It's just I don't know.
My brother in Christ, have you had the fries?
I've had the waffle fries. Yes, it's all right.
Wait, no, Bojangles doesn't have any waffle fries.
Yes, they do.
They have the Cajun fries, the big steak fries with the seasoning. It's amazing. And you need to have that and some Bowberry biscuits for breakfast. And like
I've had the Bowberry biscuits, and I've had the fried chicken from there, and yeah, it's all right. It's not my favorite. The hillbilly fried chicken, I would pay triple whatever you would pay for Bojangles to get one chicken breast from the old hillbilly fried chicken, but it's now defunct. But that's about it. That's about it.
So where are you from? Where are you originally from, my brother?
I am from Southwest Virginia. I lived most of my adult life in Northeast Tennessee in a little place called Kingsport, Tennessee.
Okay. But, have you had any moonshine?
Buddy, you can't live in my area and not know a moonshiner and not have access to this stuff. I no longer haven't drunk a drop in 6 years, but I've had stuff that, you would sooner light fire to it or use it to run your car. And I've had stuff that you couldn't tell it was alcohol until it hit your stomach.
Awesome. So, how long ago? Because I'm from North Carolina, and we're the home of Bojangles. Thank God, we're God's country over here. And
Yep.
so how long did it take you to get what? Where have you had Bojangles in like near you, or like do you go to North Carolina and have it, or like
The last
go
time I
back to
had it
the
was in
area?
Kingsport, Tennessee.
Kingsburg. Okay, how long ago was that?
I would say probably about 5 years ago, give or take.
Gotcha. What'd you get? What'd you get, my brother? Because they discontinued a lot
I
of stuff
think
due
I
to the
think
Japan.
I think chicken tenders was the easiest thing that I got there. It's been a hot minute.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand. Because they due to the lockdowns, they discontinued some things. They used to have these awesome roasted bite chicken bits that are really really good. But anyways, yeah, Bojangles is the bomb.
Oh yeah. Well, it was all right. I know Bojangles usually pretty solid lines coming out of it, but there was you know, if I really wanted fried chicken, there was a place right down from where I lived. I could actually walk down my street and get to it. It was called Lynn Garden Restaurant, and now, unfortunately, it's closed down. Uh, but you had to wait about 20 minutes to get fresh fried chicken from there because they, fry it to order, and that was, oh my god, the best that I've had in my adult life, bar none.
Gotcha. And where was this at?
Kingsport, Tennessee, in a little suburb of Kingsport, Tennessee, called Lynn Garden Restaurant. Actually, they were. Let's see, what was the Man in Black used to go down there when he went to the Carter family fold to visit his wife's family. So there you go.
Gotcha. That's awesome. So, also, I was calling, to tell a story. My friend Scott,
Okay.
yeah, he was, from Chicago, and there was this killing, and the cop shot the serial killer by the doll shop, and the doll killer yelled, Ave Stewie Timbala, get me the power, I beg of you. And then the killer possessed the doll, and the doll's name was Chucky, the killer doll.
Well, I liked the Bojangles back and forth. That was good. But that movie's is all right. Is all
All right.
right.
Have you ever do you like Popeyes?
Popeyes, yeah, I eat Popeyes over Bojangles just about any day.
See, that's because you don't. How far are you from a local Popeye? Bojangles though.
Now, probably about an hour.
See, but
Same
how long is
distance
the
for
Popeye?
same distance for Popeyes. Everything
There's
was
an hour
local.
for Popeyes and Bojangles.
When I lived in Kingsport, Popeyes was closer, but if it was on the other side of town where the Bojangles was, I would still drive to Popeyes no matter what the distance was.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Because I live in Milwaukee now. We have a Popeyes, but like if a Bojangles was here, it would
Wait a minute, I
trash.
thought you said you lived in Canada.
See, no, no, no. I live in Canada, but I'm originally from North Carolina, and now I live in Milwaukee. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm from like eastern North Carolina, by the coast, about an hour from the coast. Greenville, North Carolina. I don't know if you ever heard of ECU, but that's where ECU is.
Yeah, yeah, I know where Greenville is. Sure
Yeah,
do.
Greenville. Okay, cool. So have you ever been to Parker's Barbecue?
No, I've never heard of it actually.
Okay. So if you ever go back to Greenville, North Carolina, Parker's, there's a few of them. There's a couple. There's like three in Greenville. There's one in Wilson, North Carolina, but like they have the Chart Barbecue, and like it's one of the best barbecue places you go to. There's a few great barbecue places there. There's that, and there's also Bees Barbecue in Greenville, and it's called the Skylight Inn. which is also called Jones Barbecue out in Aden, North Carolina, which is also very good. And it won like this big thing back in the 80s, big barbecue thing back in the 80s in Washington, D.C. And like their like building is shaped in the Capitol shape. It's hard to explain, but like it's really good. They have the stuff in the wall from when they won that award. And I'm not sure if you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, but that's kind of what it reminds me of when they won that big barbecue award.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but yeah, I follow you.
It's a good movie. It's classic.
Yeah, if you like buckets of blood, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I mean, the first one didn't have any buckets of blood, but the second one definitely stepped it up. So, what's your favorite horror movie?
Just about anything that was shown on the old TMC Billy Bob Thornton's Drive-In. Just about anything. Buckets of blood. If you can rate it by buckets of blood, then you're good to go.
Gotcha. How about breasts and beasts and gore?
Not so much about breasts. I kind of shy away from watching that kind of stuff since I'm Christian. But beasts and gore, it's all right.
It's funny because Joe Bob's Christian too, but he doesn't really. I don't know. He's not shy about it. But anyway, did you watch his Phantasm series? His Phantasm things from like Christmas 2019ish?
Nope, sure didn't.
You got Shudder? Do you know about his new show, The Last Drive-In?
Nope, I do not actually. I was just pulling from since you were talking about the horror movies, that's Billy Bob Thornton just popped in my head.
Gotcha. So Joe Bob has this new show on Shudder, the horror movie network, for The Last Drive-In that he does. But anyways, he did for Christmas a few years ago. He did the Phantasm series, and he did an exegesis on of all things, the Peanuts Christmas special with Linus doing the blanket thing, and talked about how God can like the original translation for what is it? I can't remember. Help me out here. For God's, it's not peace on earth and goodwill to men. It's like not goodwill to men at first, but like the Catholics have the right translation, but like he described it as like God could use this children's Christmas special to spread the translation for God so loved for goodwill to men instead of whatever it was, the God goodwill to the elect or something that the Catholics had it. And it's really good. You should watch it if you get a chance to. Like, it's really worth it.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. Is it called Drive-In, or what's it called again?
Yeah, The Last Drive-In. The Last Drive-In. It's on Shudder. You can get through if you have Amazon Prime. You can sign up for like a free month of it and just watch some stuff up there. But it's really good.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Gotcha. Oh, one more thing. You ever seen the Phantasm movies?
One, the very first one. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that.
Gotcha. So you know how they say like don't meet your heroes?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but like the dude who does the Phantasm movies, he's like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. And like he'll like, because I've gone to some horror movie conventions and like you give your money down and like they take the picture with you, talk for a couple minutes and get out of here. But Don Coscarelli is one of the nicest people you could ever meet in your life. And yeah, it's totally worth it. He'll talk to you about like what the movie meant to you and when you saw it and blah, 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 blah. And like he talked to me like 10 or probably about 30 minutes ish, just talked to me about like what the series meant to me. And it was really cool because like that movie, the series is kind of like Lord of the Rings of horror movies. Even from like a Christian standpoint, because these heroes are going through a lot and like they're losing, but they keep on going, and like that really means a lot to me. It's like really hard to explain the allegory there, but it's interesting because they're like getting their butts kicked a lot, but they keep on going and trying to like stick around for their friends. And anyways, it's really good. If you hadn't seen the whole series, it's totally worth it.
Quite honestly, once I stop doing the podcast stuff, I usually tune out of all the paranormal, gory stuff. Every once in a while, I'll jump in and watch something old. I'm not a fan of the new stuff coming out. That.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The new stuff coming out is just too out there.
Yeah, totally. I get that. Like the newest Phantasm was from like 2016-ish, but still, even then, it's like the same people in the movie, the same themes, same characters. Anyway, I would say it's totally like worth your time to watch because like it's totally about like people dying and losing people that you love and like fighting on and stuff like that. Like it's not like overtly Christian or anything, but like you can like if you have like theology there, it's totally there to like pay attention to.
Right. Hey brother, what's your name again? I'm sorry, I forgot to write down.
This is Rich.
Rich. Oh, I appreciate you calling in, Rich. Thank you very much.
Cool, have a good one.
All right.
Thank you. God bless you, brother.
God bless you. Well, there you go. That was an interesting call for sure. From Bojangles to Chicken a la King, cooking shows on YouTube. Love to learn new things to make. And Lisa is just right down the center with talking about food. That's hot and heavy right there. Primal Cry. Hey, good to see you, hon. And we got another caller, and we'll get the caller on here. Hey, hello, caller, you're live on the air. What's your name and where you from?
This is Dave, Mr. DKnuckle. How you doing, brother?
Dave, I ain't heard from you in a hot minute. What's going on with you?
Not a whole lot. I've been lurking. I ain't been calling in or talking too much, but I wanted to comment on that skull that you showed a while ago.
Well, I got into chicken debate, so I kind of pulled it back down. But hold on a second, I'll pop it back up there.
I'll take KFC over Bojangles any day. But okay.
Well, I got local KFC here, but I swear to my God that the Hillbilly Fried Chicken beats everything except for that one restaurant I talked about in Kingsport, Tennessee, and it was just anyway. All right, so what about this here skull? What's going on with it?
Well, I was taking a look at that skull. Now, if that's real, and we're not 100% sure that it is, but if it is real, if you look at that upper jaw, you see the extension on the upper jaw. That is not a wood booger. That is not a skunk ape. That might be what they call a gugway, the one that's got the baboon face.
Okay.
Because that's got a long front face on it. I think you ever listen to old Jeff Not Alone, I believe is what you say your name?
Yeah, Jeff and I are pretty good friends. What's up?
All right. You remember when he had the Victor series going?
Yeah, I think I honestly, the Victor series, I kind of shied away from it. I knew I kind of didn't listen to it. But
I think
Jeff and I are friends.
If that was for real, he made mention of a creature. He had dogman, and he talked about a werewolf, which is basically a Bigfoot with that long snout. Now, I don't know. I've heard people call them gugways or what. I've never seen any of them down here in the South. But that's no flat-faced Bigfoot. I don't know what that is. I've never seen anything with skull structure like that.
Well, here's something for just to put this out here, okay? So the fellow Coyote Peterson, supposedly out in the middle of the freaking woods, looks awful clean to be out in the middle of the freaking woods. Looks like he just rolled out of a probably a dressing tent. Too clean. You think if he was out in the middle of a forest, which looks like it's got some vegetation in there. He should have some burrs. Yeah, he should have some burrs on him. He should have some more mud on him, the whole 9 yards. So, that's just me looking at this fella. I don't see, yeah, his forearms look a little dirty, his hands look a little dirty, but his boots up until, the toe of it don't look like
Yeah.
look brand freaking new to me. But that's just me looking at it. And, is it real? I don't know. Is it fake? I don't know.
Well, see, here's the question. I mean, if it's not a mock-up, if it's an actual skull of an animal, if they're calling it a Bigfoot, what kind of animal is it? Because that's not a baboon skull. That's not a gorilla or a chimp skull. I've got no idea what that thing is.
Well,
so it's either a mock-up or he's gotten hold of the skull of a completely unknown primate.
And the other thing is, I never heard of Coyote Peterson before this. I had no clue who he was. Still have no clue who he was, other than the photos. Never seen him on a picture, other than what we're seeing.
Isn't he the guy that was there for a while doing the pain thing? Like, this is what a hornet sting feels like. This is what a scorpion sting feels. Or have I got him confused with somebody else?
I have no clue who that is. Couldn't tell you.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's him. He'd go around and expose himself to all these painful stings and bites and holler and cry on TV. If it's the same guy, anyway. But other than that, what's going on in your life, Sean? You doing good?
I can't complain. Still riding. Still making a nuisance of myself. Yeah.
You're up to what? Day 147 now?
151, I think.
151. See, I missed 3-4 days there.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. I didn't post for a few days. I took a couple of days off of all social media and kind of detoxed from the paranormal aspect of doing this show. And, I almost talked myself out of it, but I said a prayer and then all of a sudden said, well, why not? Let's go for it. So that being said, I'm happy.
Experience.
Yeah.
When you had your near-death experience, okay, this is going to sound odd, but you ever watch the Harry Potter films?
Yep, I have. Okay. I actually watched the last one.
At the end, when they're at the train station and they're having the discussion, and Harry asks him, said, "Is this real, or is it all in my mind?" And Dumbledore replies, "Well, even if it is just in your mind, that doesn't mean it's real."
Okay.
What I'm wondering is, when you have a near-death experience and you're seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing and going places that you shouldn't be going because you're going to come back, if that glimpse is from the body or out of the body, it's just like whenever Paul talked about he was having visions, and he said, I don't know if it was in the body or out of the body, I could not tell.
A lot of, I can't specifically talk about Paul, but there has been several occasions where a lot of the prophets got their visions from dreams.
Right.
So,
but
the other thing about talking about my near-death experience, the only thing other than saying, "Hey, believe me, I had a near-death experience." That's about all I've got, other than pointing toward the 1/3 of my leg that I have left.
Right.
That's about all I've got to reference to you, other than if you get a feeling that I'm telling the truth or not.
Well, like I say, it's one of those things that people have got this idea that heaven is a place. I don't believe it's a place. I believe it's a connection. That I'm going to try to explain this to you. It's like whenever Jesus was talking about himself, and he said, "No man has seen heaven except the Son of Man who is in heaven." And at the time, he's on earth explaining it. And I think there's a connection that our bodies down here, how can I put it? Our bodies down here are connected to whatever it is we are out there. That this is like, we aren't actually in these physical bodies. We're connected to them. It's our consciousness is the same. but I don't believe that there's actually a spirit inside of you that goes. Now, I say this because of the way that the Bible explains it. Now, I also know from personal experience and from stories I've been told, like the story I told about my uncle, about seeing the angel of death and, scooping up that baby's soul and stuff. Now, if that was just shown to him, so he got an idea of the way the world works, I don't know. But this idea that heaven is a physical place, I believe it's more of a connection, that our souls aren't in our body to go anywhere. It's like we're connected to the everything.
I can agree with that.
Makes sense to you.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay.
I can agree with that. I don't see any reason what to not talk, what not to, pick out of that. That sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
It's like whenever people have astral projection and they get the idea that they're like leaving their body and going places, I believe that we're like focused in on our body. That's our focus point. But we can back out and see the world as a whole if we wanted to. Like I used to, and you can ask your viewers if they've ever experienced this. You have a dream, and in your dream, you rise up out of your body and you see first, the top of your house and in your neighborhood and so forth. And then you can go and look at aerial photographs that are taken, and it will give you the oddest sense of deja vu. You have seen that before. You know exactly what it looks like from that experience. It's like you were focused on this little bitty speck of dirt, which is our body, and the focus comes back out, and you can see more. And in some of these experiences, how can I explain this? Have you ever had an experience where, whether it was in the near death or a dream or whatever, that you're connected to somebody and you not only feel your feelings, but you feel theirs?
Yes.
Okay. In my mind, when we are resurrected in the resurrection, and they talk about the 1,000 years, now you're going to come across people that you've wronged. And you're going to come, it's like Hitler. They talk about hell, Hitler being back on earth, and all those people that he done wrong. He's going to see them, he's going to meet them, and he's going to feel what they felt. Their memories will be his memories. All the fear, the pain, and the anguish, that's going to be on him. He's going to sense it like he was there, like he was in their body. He'll know exactly what it's like. And I believe we will too. And, whenever we go through the resurrection, you've got maybe somebody you cheated in business, and all you remember was, well, I made that guy lose his job. But then you see the part, well, he lost his job. So, 2 weeks later, he's down and out, and he's, drinking, got drunk, gonna take a run to the store, get some cigarettes, and backs over his, his 4-year-old kid. Stuff like that. Things you didn't even know you're going to see, and you're going to feel it. You'll feel it first person. So I don't know. I've lived a life where when the resurrection comes, I tell you, I'm going to be a sad individual, from some of the things I've done, because I'm starting to see that in my life now. It's like, guys I've had runs in and things I've done, I think back on that, and it's like, I understand why that guy done what he done. He was scared, or he was this, or he was that. But at the time, you're like, well, he hit me, so I hit him back twice as hard. But I don't know. It's odd. Anyway, but I did want to comment on that, Skull, and check in on you, and let y'all know I'm still around.
Well, DKnuckle, anytime that you want to call back in, or you want to call at a different time while I'm not on there, you're more than welcome, sir.
I'll keep that in mind, Sean. You have a wonderful night. God bless. Much love to you and people watching.
All right. Appreciate you, DKnuckle.
Good night, brother.
Good night. All right. DKnuckle. Long-time listener. He's usually haunting the chat at least. Well, of course, Rothian pops in with a little logical mathematics there. Eye for an eye, everybody go blind. Yeah, got to turn their cheek too. So there's that. Factor that in. Who knows? Yep, that was Mr. DKnuckle, and let's go back and start to get this conversation back up. Now, I honestly, with this skull from British Columbia, and I know there is some scuttlebutt about did this guy transport this across the Canadian international line into the United States? That's what's out there. Is there proof of that? Have no clue. But here's the caveat. One, everybody's talking about, everybody's giving this dude free, including me. I'm not getting paid for this. Free hair time. Talking about this guy, 1000% apparently found this skull. And I don't know. Kind of looks pretty freaking staged to me. Just saying. But that's just me. The dude, if this is Coyote, whatever, Peterson, a young American YouTuber and wildlife educator, he looks awful clean to be out in the middle of British Columbian forest mountains. But is this skull real or is it fake? I have no clue. Honestly, I think what this was is I've said this in private chat a couple of times. I think what's happened is somebody had themselves a nice little, what can we do to get this guy on out a little further? Publicist. Now, is that skull positive or negative, whether it's a real skull or not? Or is it fabrication, or is it a skull from somewhere else? Could be, couldn't be. I don't know. I honestly don't care. Now, until they do the whole shebang about if this is going to be studied, if this is going to be scientifically put forth, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff that's already went wrong. Who's had possession of this skull? Has this skull always been in possession of this Coyote Peterson, or whoever has took possession after he did? What happened to it then? You got to start treating it like it's a crime scene thing. Skulls become a conspiracy theory, absolutely. But what does that do? That just prolongs people like me and you, Darkwoods, and the rest of the folks in the fine chat there. I can see getting sick of this pretty quick. Talking about this thing. But hey, ACC call. Let's see. Can you put up your Discord? I need to talk to you privately. Something happened a few years ago. Well, let's see. Let me get the Discord thing here. There you go. Like I said, my Discord is pretty well populated, but a lot of people in there cross-pollinate to other Discords, and that's perfectly true. You can come in my Discord, and if you got a Discord channel you want to promote, not heavily, but promote, say, hey, I got a Discord, you can pop a link in there. I don't care. I'm not trying to not share people or share folks like that. I can repost my theory on this if you want me to. Sure, why not there, Rothian? That's fine. Or jump in and talk about it if you want to. That's up to you, brother. Always enjoy talking to you. You got an interesting twist on how things happen to be. More interesting things have been found and nothing comes of it. Holly says, absolutely. But I honestly, the big thing is I think this is a promotional gimmick. Whether this skull is real or if it's not. If it's real, and then said, hey, let's get our boy Coyote up there. If he actually did find it, great. And it's real, great. Found by somebody else, and Coyote was the next in line to become the next hot whatever. Why the hell not? If it's fake, it's still everybody's talking about it for free. So, end all beat all, I think it's just a promotional gimmick. Whether that skull's real or not, don't know. I have no clue, but I honestly do believe it is a promotional gimmick. and that's my theory on it. But if you want to be a part of the show, call in 931-994-6917 or grab that link in the chat and you can pop in on here with me. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about, which was an interesting Bass Mayan shared with me, I think yesterday, this story. Oh, wow. Can you believe I've already been doing this for about an hour now? That's interesting. Uh, 3D printer. What are they talking about? Red says, I mean, if you have a good 3D printer, it can be done easily and found it's fast. His facial expressions, body posture, blah, 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 skull, and while watching. Yeah, you can just about 3D print just about anything that's solid 3D for sure. Blues and G, hey, brother. I saw you snuck in, but I didn't say hello. Anybody else that popped in that I have not said hello? Hey, there's Shell. I hadn't seen from Shell. I hadn't said hello to her or Big Cole. Hey, brother, what's going on with you? Next one I want to talk about, which this may carry on. Oh, Bass shared this with me, and I don't know if if this has been talked about on other shows. I have no clue. Oklahoma man says Bigfoot made him kill his fishing partner, police say. Day out hand fishing, called noodling actually, for catfish on the South Canadian River in Potomac County, Oklahoma. I probably butchered how to actually pronounce that. Has turned into a murder investigation after a man claims Bigfoot forced him to kill his friend. Larry Snyder, 53, which he's just, holy cow. Surely do I look 1 year younger than this guy? Which I am. But anyway, 53-year-old stands charged first-degree murder after allegedly admitting first to a family member and later to a police killing his noodling fishing partner, Jimmy Naughton. That is just as strange as you can get. Let's see. Cancel. And we got Big Cole on the horn here. Hey, Big Cole, what's going on, brother?
Howdy, how you doing, Sean G? How you doing, everybody?
Doing all right, brother. What's going on with you? What's on your mind?
Oh, not much. I just called in to discuss what you just pulled up.
Oh,
about that guy in Oklahoma.
Yeah, the noodling guy.
Yes.
Keith, wait, let's ask Keith. Said, ask for a code. I don't know what the code is. It never asked. Well, if it asks for, let's see. If anybody else has got access to my Discord, pop up a link from Discord. It's fresh from the Discord channel there, and pop it in there. But definitely, go ahead about this guy, the noodling guy that killed his partner because of Bigfoot.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen and read a little bit about it, but I'm more interested in probably trying to, converse on how that case may go.
Yeah, it's like any other case that they use something that's a little bit weird, that's not as established. They've already popped right here, mythical monster defense. I can reference one sleepwalking incident back in the early 2000s. There was a sleepwalking incident that was used as a defense for murder. I sleptwalk, got in my car, drove across town, got into my ex-wife's house and strangled the living crap out of her, and I was sleepwalking. And that was his defense.
Right.
And actually, at that time, I was down in Alabama at the University of Alabama with a Dr. Pegram, who was the grandfather of sleep medicine, and he was referencing.
So you were doing sleep studies at the time, Sean?
Yeah, I'd already cross trained into doing sleep studies, and this is when respiratory therapists and EEG techs were either or getting into sleep, and I was sitting for my registry, and I was getting the necessary credential training to set for the exam, which I passed, and I actually passed in the top 1% of the whole United States. But that's neither here nor there. But Dr. Pegram,
that's an accomplishment, though.
Dr. Pegram was world famous for sleep, and he referenced this, and he said, I would have passed on being the legal expert for this because, one, is it plausible? He said, in an extreme measure, maybe, but usually if you're sleepwalking, this long story short, if you're sleepwalking, imagine having a pair of gloves on, boxing gloves, big, thick, huge boxing gloves, and then try to pick up something. And that was the defense that they were trying to use, that he could get into a car, drive across town, get out of the car, and walk into his wife's house and strangle the living crap out of her. But they've already popped this.
What was the? Go ahead, Son. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they've already popped the mythical monster defense right here on this particular story on the Oklahoma man. Says Bigfoot made him kill his partner, fishing partner.
Right.
But I don't know. I think what will probably happen is they'll uncover some sort of altercation or argument previous to this. To kind of say, well, I think what's probably is they'll probably come up with some sort of, they had an argument whenever this argument was, and to establish whether it's first, second, or third degree murder, whether he premeditated and I was going to kill him when we got in the river, and this was just my defense was Bigfoot. So there you go. That's how I look at it. Yeah, could I be absolutely wrong? Absolutely. There could be another 1,000 different ways to say why this guy said, I saw Bigfoot. Bigfoot made me kill my partner. And I think there was a little bit in here that, hold on just a second. Sorry about that. I had a cough. Gee whiz.
You're fine.
I think that he was trying to defend himself against Bigfoot, if I remember correctly, and somehow wound up strangling this other guy. I don't know why that comes to mind, but who knows what comes of that. What's your theory? What's your theories? Yeah, what's your theory?
Well, I would imagine there's either some type of psychosis or delusion, unless there was actually a Bigfoot present, which nobody has evidence of that. But I would say it was delusional, and and it's like its title was fine because that's still in the realm of even like a simple exorcism. That's that's a little bit mystical and religious and biblical.
Well, there's there's actually some states in the world that recognize and actually will arrest you to get you to an exorcism. So, it just depends on where your butt's planted, how legit or not legit an exorcism is.
That's true. That's correct.
Could it be plausible that Bigfoot in a legal realm, they'd have to prove Bigfoot's real in the court of law, which I doubt that anybody's going to attempt that. But I believe Bigfoot's real. I met plenty of people that I grew up with. The one story I referenced, a friend of mine who's dead, that was my late brother's best friend, died before him, talked about seeing a Bigfoot while he was hunting in a tree stand. But, I believed him. I was like, holy cow. And what was flashing in my head was In Search Of. You remember that Bigfoot series that they did of In Search Of? That's what popped in my head. I was like,
Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy. with that
Okay.
Bigfoot, Patty, the Patterson film.
Yes.
That one popped up there, and that's what popped up in my head when my friend told me about that. I was like, "Holy cow, that was real!" So
Yes, I
yeah,
understand because you
yeah,
gave it a physical connection to what you were told, and I did the same thing the very first time I saw the Patterson film as well.
yeah.
It actually
Now,
terrified me.
well, there's still people that can peel it apart and say, "Well, this is the reason why it's not real," and there's people that can say, "Well, this is the reason why it is real." And you got some experts that say yay or nay on it, and I think we'll probably be debating this 100 years from now, unless Bigfoot
And
just
we'll
walks
be.
out of the woods and that Patterson, that was my great grandmother that walked in that film.
Oh yeah, it'll be in there in the category with Jack the Ripper.
Well, maybe, but this
Well, I mean,
Larry said,
not as far as the murder or anything, but the duration of time that it's looked at and observed.
yeah, probably, I don't know. When was the Patterson film? Back in the 50s, early 60s. It was shot on Super 8, I think.
It did look
So
like it, yes.
yeah, so I don't know. In the next 30 years, it'll be a 100-year-old film, easy. So in 30 years, will we have that solved? Probably not. It'll probably spout off some more documentaries and pros and cons. It just depends on who wants to make a little money to talk about something that's happened 50 or 60 years ago or 100 years ago, vis-a-vis the UFO crashes in Roswell. That's been a hot minute ago.
Yes.
We're still talking about that crap.
Oh yes.
So I think
from reverse
it's going to be
engineering to the beans.
Yep. Still talk about Stan Deo, a fellow that I interviewed on my show, I think about a year and a half ago. He was talking about here recently, I think, that the word in the Pentagon is that the Anunnaki, some of the subspecies of Anunnaki, is either here or coming back.
Here, actually both.
Yes, I would believe so. Absolutely. Yeah, Stan Deo he was an interesting character, that was for sure. One of those polymaths. Ever sit down and start talking to somebody and they like, I probably couldn't interpret a joke from him. Unless he explained it to him.
Correct.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
But
definitely had to be layman's terms.
Oh yeah, very layman's terms for me in certain instances. But yeah, this Oklahoma man, Bigfoot guy, I think this is probably one of those moments where they pulled this out and a bunch of papers just popped up and say, hey, this is news of the weird or news of the odd or whatever, and ran with it. The last one I remember.
Absolutely.
Last one was that I can remember plainly was the guy that he said he got drunk from the future and some way, somehow was transported back in time and wound up being arrested drunk. And he said, I'm from the future. I think that was maybe a year or two ago. That was the last news of the weird that comes to my mind.
Yep, absolutely. But that's feasible as well because there's different sort of portholes open now too that wasn't before.
Maybe. Are there rifts? Are there portholes, portals popping up, open and closed? Yeah. Have they always been like that? Yeah, but kind of wonder what CERN is doing. CERN, you think CERN's telling us the truth of what's going on there? They're spending $1 billion to see what smaller than atoms, the makeup of atom is. Maybe to a certain extent, I guess. But
I don't believe them because, and I'll explain. And this is, you know, just my opinion. There they're not even being good at covering up what they're doing, first of all, and they're that smug that they really don't care. But essentially, what they're going to end up doing is they're going to end up, if they fire that thing at the correct time, they're going to destroy the planet because that's uncontrollable power.
Okay. Yeah.
And they think they have it under control because of the way it's able to go around. And well, you know, they say it's a Big Bang theory, but it's just a quest for more power, for more control. That's what it'll come down to.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, I know you're a Christian. I'm a Christian too, and the Anunnaki are the fallen angels, without a doubt. So they've come already pre-installed with a whole lot of knowledge. So
I like that, and that's well put.
So what is it? Obviously, as who's living now, hand it down and say, hey, these aliens are coming down. Can you explain that Anunnaki's alien? You can obviously use the same terminology as what an alien is and apply it to an angel or a demon or whatever.
Almost, but Anunnaki doesn't travel by craft.
Okay, explain that one to me.
Well, I mean, like you said, they're fallen angels. They have the power of heaven. You know, they can exist more than one place at a time. They can also place themselves anywhere in any time period. They don't require a craft. And an angel.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm smelling what you're selling. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but they also have mechanics. Or knowledge of astral mechanics. They also have knowledge of everyday functionalities that could be construed as out of this world technology, and maybe that's how they're selling it. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's any technology is advanced technology when we haven't seen it before.
But anyway,
the first advancement is thinking about it. That's the first advancement right there.
Right. True enough.
That's how things move forward. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No. You keep going. That's what I'm here talking about, man. Just getting a conversation going about something that unless you like to turn on the local news or the national news or international news, you're not going to hear this kind of stuff. Period.
Oh no, absolutely not. No. DKnuckle was pretty awesome, Sean. I like his point of view.
Yeah, DKnuckle was. I always enjoy talking to that fella. He's just one of those guys.
Interesting. He's very interesting.
Absolutely. And there we go. Okay, I was actually looking up something real quick, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. But
I want to bring up something a little bit older though, Sean.
Sure,
if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
I don't know if Greg's in the chat or not, because I'm not on the chat, so I'm able to talk freely with you. But again, 100,000%.
Okay.
And forgive me because I shouldn't have forgotten, but I've been overwhelmed with a lot of things lately, and I forgot. Was it Donald that his body came up missing?
Yeah. From up on the West Virginia border. Yeah.
Yes. I'm still holding and saying, and might have to go back and get references for ways of location from when we did the video with Danielle, and I can't remember the fellow's name. That also, it was a psychic fellow that was in there, and yeah, they was discussing the location. The location that they were discussing, I mean, that's their part of it, and I need to look at that myself to but Clay County, nothing else stands out except for Clay County. And put that information with the information received from that video with Danielle and that guy, and I can't remember if Tina was in there or not.
I don't know, but I've stopped doing Southern Supernatural a few weeks ago.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I saw that.
But I think last time I talked to Greg about that case, there was one of the fellows that was supposedly there that, Donnie, when Donnie died,
Yes.
was noticed with him, wound up dead, a few miles north of there in a parking lot.
Oh, wow.
And then a dead body was found near that dude's dead body in a stream. And I don't know what become of that, but I don't know. So I have no clue what. I need to talk to Greg about that, actually, see what's going on.
Yeah, you do, because I don't know. I haven't been keeping up, but I'm not. It don't sound like it's that recent, because the body that was in the stream, I'm gonna say is probably Donald. But of course, they'll have to do a DNA analysis and.
Well, this has been a few weeks.
And all that.
We're right smack dab in the getting in the hottest part of the summer. So if there's any.
Oh, absolutely.
I hate to say this. There's, it's been picked clean weeks ago. If not dragged all over creation, who knows? But there's. I hate to say it, but I don't know. God bless Donnie's family for sure, and I wish and hope the best for them, that they can find some sort of closure.
Excuse me. Yeah, you and I as well.
But there you go, buddy. But back to that Bigfoot story, the dude that wound up killing his buddy when noodling for catfish. I would have if I heard that from a point of view from law enforcement, I would say, can we get some drug testing on you real quick?
Absolutely. Real quick.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Is there Bigfoot? Could Bigfoot have been the whole entire cause of this? And it'd be exactly what he said it was to, why would Bigfoot call, from my perspective, other than some of the Bigfoot out on the left coast, which the rest of them is pretty docile and, would rather, be left alone instead of being aggressive. Why would Bigfoot cause anybody to want to kill somebody? Unless you were just messing with them. Yeah, while you're fishing, noodling, or whatever. Yeah,
I do have an answer. It's not a serious answer though.
Okay.
Like Bass Mayhem, they were probably in the Bigfoot fishing honey hole.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Would I get aggravated if somebody found my honey hole? Yeah, and I might have a word or two and say, well, I'm glad that you found my honey hole. And then kind of say, make some sort of, well, you can have this honey hole on this, and this date, and I'll come up here on this date, that kind of stuff. So we don't have words or whatever between us. But I don't know. It's just a weird situation, strange at the surface, and strange if you delve right into it and say, well, if everything is true that this guy says, is Bigfoot that vindictive that, I'm going to kill one of you two fellas if you don't do whatever? I don't know. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. Yeah, that's a stretch right there.
It is.
Sure.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm going to get off here, Sean G. Go back in the chat room, see what everybody's doing, and I'll stay available.
All right, Big Cole. Appreciate you calling in, man. Keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Always a pleasure to
yes,
see you, brother. All right. See ya.
Will do. Take care. Bye.
All right, Big Cole, long-time listener, frequent in the chats across just about every platform I've been in, every YouTuber. But anyway, what's this? I'm talking about the lake and finding a lot of fish, no appropriate stuff. I'm not exactly sure if I want to dig to find out what you're talking about, Lisa, but there you go. So, on this particular fella that we just pulled up, and thanks to Bass Mayhem for sharing this story out to me yesterday. Where the heck did I put it? Son of a gun. Where did I put the story? Untaught. No, I don't want to share it that because that's something I've been writing. Well, son of a gun. Come on, man. There you go. Now I should be able to see it. There she is. That's the wrong stupid thing right there. Man says Bigfoot. I already talked about that fella. I think that's just a promotional gimmick. If that skull's real, great. If it's not, great. I think it's just promotional gimmick one way or t'other. And you'd have to argue with me till you're blue in the face to get me to sit from your point of view. I love this new setup, but it's getting hard for me to get this thing situated. All right, Daily Star. Yeah, actually, that was the one. Yeah, okay. That's the one I was talking about. Son of a gun. All right. So, Oklahoma man says Bigfoot made him kill his fishing partner while noodling for catfish. Big Co, oh my God, Bass even sent you video. You can't set that joke up that way. Yeah, he did send it to me. He actually sent me a screenshot. I actually had to go out and hunt for this particular story. He made me deep dive for that one. I found about 2 different versions of the story. Says about the same thing, but written by 2 different people. But yeah. And according to Lisa, answering my question, I was talking about a honey hole and fishing. My dad let me skip school once, and we went fishing. We found a spot right in the middle of the lake, and we're pulling fish in. Yeah. We went striper fishing. Well, this is another off the wall thing. I've got 2 caveat stories right here. Went striper fishing when I was a young man with my brother and my cousin, my brother Travis, God rest his soul, my cousin Jay, which we all grew up like brothers one way or another. And it was one of those you throw out spinner baits 2 or 3 times and in comes striper because they were running. And that was the funnest time up until the point where my cousin Jay cast and caught me with a lure in my back. Oh my God. But it was a fun time up until that point. After that, it wasn't so fun, but yeah, it is what it is. But on this, Oklahoma man says Bigfoot made him kill his fishing partner, police say. In the chat over on YouTube, would you say plausible? 1, 2, you believe, or 3, he just made that up to kind of say, no, I don't know what the heck I was doing and come up with the first thing popped in my brain. I was around Bigfoot, or maybe saw a Bigfoot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or you can call 931-994-6917. Give me your opinion of this story. Wow, we've already been doing this for an hour and a half. Son of a gun, look at that. And number 3, Callus is straight up number 3. And I'm waiting for G, Blues and G to pop up in number 5. He always does that. Striper are amazing. Yep, striper was just amazing fish. Fun to catch, especially if they're running. Fun to catch. I miss those old days. 3 from Sue. Number 5 from Dark Woods. And number 5, Blues, are you going to throw out a number 5 too? Or number 6? Can I hear 6? Somebody give me a 6. But yeah, the Oklahoma Bigfoot thing. I don't know. Even if that was true, there's a whole lot of stuff that you can jump into. I don't know. Kind of makes my head hurt. I'm trying to figure out what a crazy person would do. William Torres, what's going on? It was drugs, William Torres says. Well, there you go. Yeah. I can honestly say that has been one of my go-to points, trying to argue what somebody that's crazy has done, either stroke or drugs. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, what do you guys want to talk about now? I've run out of stories. This Oklahoma man, I'm pretty sure that this dude was just plain up straight crazy or drugs or whatever. Gregory says that he looks nuts. Well, probably. If he's nuts, he's awful clean shaven to be nuts. To be freshly, unless he just shaved right before he got arrested, or he shaved before he took that picture, which that looks like he's in county jumping suit. Doubt he had time or the means or the want to actually shave before he got that mugshot. Spontaneous combustion. Oh, wow. Yeah. Spontaneous. Well, let me look that up. That's actually a pretty good thing to talk about. Let me look this up. Spontaneous combustion. Combustion. That is a fun rabbit hole I have not went down in quite a while. Fact or fiction? That sounds about right, from mps.gov. Spontaneous combustion, or spontaneous ignition, as it is often called, is the occurrence of fire without the application of external heat source due to chemical, biological, or physical processes. Combustible materials self-heat to a temperature high enough for ignition to occur. And there you go. Let's go back and look for another one. Spontaneous combustion. Should we do Wikipedia? Let's see. Why not? I'm not a big fan of Wikipedia, but sometimes they give you some pictures. And it's all words. Son of a gun. I'm lost interest. Oh, wait a bit. Wait. That one looks familiar. Yep, right there. Now, riddle me this. Is that staged or what? I don't know. Could you possibly be burnt to crisp to ash and have everything below or above the kneecap still intact, with very little blistering? Look for real accounts of it. Okay. Well, there's that. I don't know if that's a real account, but I do recall that being on some sort of old 70s show. John asked what this guy was. One. Okay. For everyone here, dragons are one of the original creations of Jehovah. They guard the old world, blah, 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 blah. Yep. And Satan actually turned into a dragon back before he got thrown down to earth. So there you go. I asked what was the guy on. I don't know. Yeah. Hold on just a second. Let's go back and look at that dude's mugshot. I don't know if you can see his eye. I can't really see his eye pupils. If he was on a certain type, not every drug will cause pupil dilation or constriction, but he doesn't look like he's constricted or dilated to any kind of abnormal level. But very interesting. Yeah, absolutely, Holly. You cannot beat a good spontaneous combustion story without a doubt. Let's see. Truth, all that's interesting.com. Let's see. Anything else? Spontaneous combustion. Well, here's something from Reddit. Well, this is a Reddit thing, but geez. That is, to me, that just looks staged. Now, it just looks freaking staged. So what happened if the dude's I'm guessing this is a dude. What happened to the blood? Because that's looking like some sort of science fiction kind of scenario right there. Science fiction. Oh, wait a minute. Here's your one. This is from Audible, this particular picture. Oh no. What is spontaneous quora? There's that one. Why is it always they left with their legs? Why is it their main body? Their right there's Walker. Oh no. Spontaneous combustion. That sounds like something I need to deep dive and do a show on. Maybe I'll do a show on that Saturday night. How's that sound? Let me do a deep dive on that. And we'll do I'll do a show that's on that Saturday night. That sounds pretty cool. Thanks for that suggestion there, Holly. I appreciate that if you would. That is without a doubt something that I have not went down that cubby hole, that little rabbit hole in quite a while. Nope. I don't want to end that. I almost ended the conversation here. But if you want to share a story, talk about something other than politics, which is mind-numbing. I was so deep and dark into politics. Holy cow. Now it just makes me sick to talk about it. Southern Supernatural. If you are not, have you not heard about Southern Supernatural? I stopped that show, and if you, there should not be a copy of that show out anywhere. And the reason I did that was God told me that's taboo, Sean. Get away from it as far and as fast as you can, and I did do that, and that was the reason that show ended. Danielle Diva and Tina Bice, excuse me, have no ill will toward either one of them. God bless them. I think both Danielle and Tina are both doing their separate shows right now. Tina, I think, is doing a show. I can't remember what the name of the show is. I just saw a advert for it yesterday, and it's supposed to start in September, something like that. But go over to Twitter. I think I retweeted Tina's show on my account. Whatever you want to do, if you want to follow that or follow Danielle's, either or is up to you. But I'm going to do my Chasing the Truth stuff and write. And that's about what God told me to do. And that's how I'm going to do it. And that's all I can say about it. There you go. But holy cow. So, what do you guys want to talk about next? Talked about that freaking skull from BC. I'm about sick of seeing it. I'm about sick of, every time I turned on some sort of podcast other than I saw a podcast earlier that didn't reference it. So, but I probably, if somebody brings it and talks about it, I'll say it's a promotional stunt. Whether it's real or not. If it's real, cool. If it's not, cool. But in the end all, beat all, it's a promotional stunt. You get free commercials out of it. Half-hour long commercials, 2-hour long commercials. I've seen a couple of shows on it from a couple of people already. Lisa Ray, Bruce Lee did kill Chuck Norris, but Chuck Norris killed death, resurrected 3 days later. Oh, Chuck Norris story. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So let's see. What else can we talk about? Give me just a second. Let's reference a couple other things. Looks like Iron Dogger just had a birthday. Happy birthday to Iron Dogger, looks like. Anything else that I see in my stuff? Nope, that's about it. But there you go. So, got about another half hour, give or take. Son of a gun, did I put that away? Why did I put that away? Give me just a second. I love this new setup that I did with my Mac, but it's driving me nuts because I was so used to it being set up the other way, and it's driving me nuts trying to find stuff. But Tic Tac videos with the Navy pilots. Okay, let's look that up. Let me pull Tic Tac videos, Navy pilots. Do this on the draw here. Tic Tac videos, Navy pilots. And then we'll share the screen out for this rascal. Where is this thing? Yeah, I'm gonna flip back. I'm too old to do change stuff up like that on the fly. Shouldn't have, but I did it anyway. There we go. So, Navy pilots describe encounter with Tic Tac shaped there. Retired Navy pilot. Well, that's a year ago. Watch Navy pilots. It's all about New York Mag. When was this? Question answer. Hello. Oh, that's 2 years ago. I don't see any new stuff. Was this new, Lisa? Don't see anything new popping up 2019. Or was this over on one of the big channels? I don't know. Let's see. Bruce Lee kill. Are we still talking? Or we got off fries? Now we're talking about Bruce Lee. No pizza talk. Tic Tacs busted my talk. Tic Tacs busted my talk. Okay. Tic Tacs. Do you believe that UFO released videos from the naval from the United States? It was on the History Channel. Well, I kind of doubt I'll be able to pull up anything that the History Channel wouldn't tag me almost instantly to play. But I believe that the videos are possibly real. But what else is out there? Obviously they can read license plates tag numbers from space. And the video that they're sharing, let's see if I can find maybe we'll just see images of it. There we go. Hello. Navy pilot says tapes of Tic Tac whatever. Oh, if this is the best that they're going to be able to release now, all that being said, is this was infrared, and I think that was the only wavelength that they could capture this thing in. But that's the best they could do. And again, who knows? Stan Dale says that they're among us right now, or coming, or just about here. And if anybody that's out there that knows who Stan Dale is, a Christian, definitely one of those fellows that I look to when something starts popping up that I can't understand and has a biblical twist to it, which I think just about everything can have a biblical twist to it. There you go. It is the AC video system. Okay. Cool. But the big thing here, what the heck? No, I don't want to go shopping. What the heck am I doing? I don't want to go shopping for Tic Tacs. If they got anything else in here, there's a Navy pilot, more Navy pilot stuff. Retired U.S. Navy. Oh, there is a female pilot that actually saw these as well. Is this the same lady right here? I think that is. Look at that. Metatube. Let's see what Metatube has to say. I dare say English or Espanol. Oh, this is on CBS. Nope, I can't play that one. I'll get a copyright strike for sure if I did that. But let me go ahead and see if I can get this. If anybody wants this link to see this particular video, here it comes. You want to see that video of this particular pilot, Navy pilot, that was on the CBS NewsHour, you can certainly do that. So there's the link to that. Did you see the truth video he posted Monday night? I did not. Was that on his TikTok? Or Bass? Was that where your brother posted that thing? I hate to post. Well, let's see. If I use anything from TikTok. Let me see. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch back to my original configuration of this thing. Updates can be a pain in the butt, and when they give you new options and you try them out and you don't like it, looks cool, but that's about all I can say. All right, so let me go to Truce channel. Definitely. No, I do not want to have the audio, please. Turn the audio off. Let's see. Truth. Impromptu truth. Oh, there you go. I found him. Let's see. Monday night. Are you talking about that one where he, I think I've seen it, if that's the one that was from his backyard? Let's see. Building, tortoise, disclosure. Why the heck not? Let's just go ahead and share this out. If I get a copyright strike, I'll just have them remove it from this particular stream. So no big deal. No big whoop. 3-finger push-ups. What the heck are you talking about now, Bass? I've never done 3-finger push-ups before in my life, but here's your brother's TikTok. Let's see. Was this it right here? Alrighty, so I don't think that was it. Let's see if I can find it. Let's go back here one more time. Nightmare Nation stuff, Midnight Monsters Among Us. Is this it? Maybe. Nope. Or am I looking the wrong way? Let's see. Bass. Now I'll send it to you. All right. Well, send it away, brother. Cool. Get rid of this. I just got there, buddy. Let's get this thing. Open media. And let's get this media. Oh, yeah. There you go. And share this one. I don't know if I don't think I got the audio set up for it, but we'll play it anyway. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? This is hot off of Bass. from his brother Truth. Something right there in the distance. I don't know if you can see. He's talking about the little thing that was floating around. If you can't hear it, I don't know. Can you hear the audio? Bruce talking on the video. I don't know if you can hear it. That sucker is moving around a little bit there. If you can see it. There you go. Now he's focused in on it. No audio. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Maybe I can. Give me just a second. I can probably pump that audio in here. Give me just a second. Where's my... Aha, here we go. Now. Let's see. Running applications. We are going to go with... a caller. Give me just a second, caller, and we'll get you right on board here. Okay, you're live on the air. What's your name and where are you from?
Oh, hey, Sean. This is Martin from Brampton, Ontario, in Canada, just outside Toronto. How are you doing tonight?
All right. I've talked to you before, Martin. What's going on?
Oh, no, it's actually I'm a first-time caller, Sean. I've been listening for a while, but I've never called.
Oh, well, you sound you sound like somebody else that called from Ontario. I apologize for that. What do you?
No worries.
What's on your
What's on
your mind?
Yeah, I've always thought about calling in to share my experiences with you.
Sure.
Yeah, so if I can give you a bit of background, I used to work as a ball hockey referee. I don't know if you're familiar with ball hockey.
Ball hockey? Nope. I honestly can't say I can't have that.
Well, it's like ice hockey, but it's on the floor with
Okay.
balls, right? So anyway, I used to be a referee for that, and I ended up getting a concussion about 5 years ago doing that, so I don't do that anymore. But ever since then, I've had some interesting experiences. I don't know if they're from the concussion I had or if it's just actual paranormal activity that's around me.
Okay.
But yeah, things like I know I'm sure you've heard this before, and I think you may have even experienced this before. But people call it sleep paralysis, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what it was. But an ex-girlfriend of mine.
I've had sleep paralysis, and that is the strangest it makes you rethink the world on what's possible when you have it. And if it's on a regular basis, it drives you absolutely ape for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It started as well. Just at an ex-girlfriend's house. She had their house was on an old farm land. So it used to be a farmhouse. And they kept her and her mother. They kept an old grandfather clock that was there when they moved in, I guess. And it was kept in her closet. So when I was over and I saw it, I said, why is it hiding out in the closet? It's a pretty cool clock to me. Like it was like a really old looking clock. And they explained to me that anytime that they would leave it out, like not in the closet, there would be some weird things happen at night. So I insisted that we leave it out one night, and that was the first time I experienced that sort of sleep paralysis thing. Yeah, I just felt like there was someone sitting on my chest and choking me, and I felt like I was wide awake, my eyes open. Yeah, so it started with that. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was from my ball hockey injury or if it was
actually
just because
from I ran sleep studies, I did sleep studies, and I did sleep clinics and stuff where I actually help folks with this same diagnosis. Sleep paralysis is fairly common. Usually folks keep it to themselves. You know, the stranger the thing is, and sleep paralysis is pretty freaking strange. So it is fairly common.
It hasn't always been about the feeling of someone on top of you. There's been times where I feel like I'm awake and I'm in my bedroom and I look to the doorway and there's a tall, dark figure standing there looking at me. So I think I was sleeping, but it really at the time felt like I was wide awake and I couldn't move, right? That's the thing, right? You're paralyzed, you can't move, and couldn't scream or even say a word. I'm trying to get words out. But then when I just try to think of Jesus Christ and in my head, Jesus is here, and then it eventually goes away. But that's been my experience with that.
Wow. So this figure that was standing across from you when you had the sleep paralysis, this last story you referenced, did he have a hat on?
Yeah, it looked kind of shaped like a hat. Yeah, but it was definitely a very tall man. It was dark, kind of very hard to see any sort of features. But yeah, not that I recall. Like, on his head, it looked like he was wearing a hat. Yeah.
Wow. Did how long was this particular encounter, this dream, or what? However you reference this sleep paralysis event? How long was this?
It felt like it lasted about 5 minutes. Like,
wow.
That's the thing, though, is I don't know how accurate that is in real time, right? Like when you're actually in that experience, you don't know necessarily. It might feel like a lot longer than it actually is, I'm assuming, but it felt like it was about 5 minutes long.
Okay. All right. Well, could have been instant to you in real time. And there's a lot of papers out there, usually stuck in doctoral thesis, about how long dream time is versus what real time is, and some anecdotal stories and some references in some dream movies that says how many walls you break through in your dreams, how long time keeps doubling and doubling and doubling.
Exactly,
I think dream time is very elongated versus what we experience here. We do think at a higher capacity, for sure, without doubt. A lot of the great thinkers of the world, like let's see, Frankenstein, Shelley's novel, was conceived as a dream. There was a lot of stuff that come out of dreaming. So do we think at a higher capacity? Absolutely, without a doubt. But I don't know about the 5 minute thing. If you say 5 minutes, I absolutely believe you, because you're the one telling the story, and I can't argue with that. I've had some strange dreams, and I've shared some of my dreams. Some people loved them. Some people were kind of pushed off about them. But dreams, I've had some dreams here recently that, to what I could discern from real time, probably lasted about an hour, hour and a half. But to me, it lasted inside the dream for a couple days.
Right.
Easy.
And you think sometimes have those dreams that continue on, like on a different night too, right?
Right. Yeah. The weird thing about not weird. This is this everyday thing to me is I have dreams every night. For the last several months, I can wake up and last couple dreams I've had, I've been walking down the road totally alone, and up until I meet somebody on that road. Now, what does that mean to me? I don't know. I haven't written about it. I've kind of stayed off of writing about dreams here lately, but don't know.
So, for sure.
So this hat or this shadow thing that you couldn't discern any kind of detail other than it might have had a hat on. Did it say anything, make any noise? Did you notice anything else, or were you just transfixed on this particular shadow?
No, it didn't say anything at all or make any sound whatsoever. It was just the presence it just definitely had its presence felt. The energy and the feeling of it being there. It was overwhelming, really. But yeah, it didn't say anything to me or anything. Like I said, just in my thoughts, I was conscious of just trying to think of, Jesus and just, to help.
Well, there's a wrench holder that is in a lot of my chats. I haven't seen her tonight, Marquetta. She has a lot of vivid dreams. And when she gets to the point where she has had enough of the dream, she'll call out the name of Jesus Christ, and it breaks that cycle, and she wakes up.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah. So
just back to the grandfather story, like the grandfather clock that I mentioned.
Yeah,
that sort of led to that first experience I had. So my ex-girlfriend at the time, her and her mother, for some reason, they were very sensitive to a lot of like spiritual, paranormal things as well. And they just happened to work in some factory back then. This is a long time ago. That was my ex-girlfriend, but they worked in a factory that where they used to manufacture like toys and dolls, things like that. And they both worked at that place. And they used to tell me stories about the dolls like being haunted, and they would hear sounds or hear, if they worked a night shift, they would hear. Sometimes they could discern things being said, and there's no one else in the place with them. So yeah, I thought that was interesting as well, an interesting story that they experienced and they used to share with me back then. Haunted sort of, they felt like they were demonic dolls, but who knows? But yeah, definitely paranormal stuff's really interesting to me, and I do really enjoy your show and your experiences as well. So.
Martin, I appreciate you calling in. I apologize mistaking you for another caller, but I appreciate you calling in the first time.
Oh no, it's nice. I heard a caller previously was it from Canada?
Yeah,
Toronto maybe. Yeah, like it's unfortunate. Like I heard about Bojangles before, but in Canada, or at least where I'm from here in Canada, we don't have any of those places around here, restaurants, Bojangles. So, but it sounds like really good. Apparently, so
yeah, the Bojangles is all right. I've had some local cuisine that, like I said before, with the hillbilly fried chicken. There's nothing that I can compare that to, other than it's just one of my childhood memories that I wish I could repeat again, but can't.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds delicious. Like all we have here is Popeyes and Kentucky Fried Chicken, really. So.
Oh yeah, I've heard Canada has KFC world famous up there.
Yeah,
Canada famous anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Martin, I appreciate you calling in about that. Those sleep paralysis dream. That's interesting to say the least. I'll talk a little bit more about it. But
sounds good, Sean. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem. Appreciate you. God bless.
Have a good night. Take care.
Martin from Canada. Wow. Now, folks, if you don't know much about Canada, or if you're from the United States, or if you're from Canada yourself, Canada is beyond undertapped for paranormal, supernatural, UFO, cryptid, you name it. Canada is the great big white north of incredibly unreal, real stories. I've talked to a bunch of people from Canada, a handful that I honestly just thought the world of them, and then all of a sudden, nope, I don't. Hey, Cass, what's going on? Oracles and Beyond. If you want to, follow somebody that does a little side stream there, follow her, Oracles and Beyond. Miss Cass in there in the chat. But thanks for Martin for calling in. Sleep paralysis. One of the things that I think most of us, not every one of us, most of us probably have had a bout of sleep paralysis. Strangest things, I can technically, medically explain to you what's happening is part of your brain is still asleep, and the other part is still, that sleeping brain is still there. And one of the defenses of when we're actually dreaming and we're not running in our dream and actually running in her body, there's a little autonomic motor control switch in her head that suddenly flips off. And Cass says she's had sleep paralysis. Now that, yeah, a time or two, I've had it about 4 times, 5 times, give or take. And it drove me nuts. And I knew exactly what I was having because I was doing sleep studies at that time. But if I had it earlier in my career, earlier in my life, before I actually knew what sleep was about, that would be, I don't know. I don't know how I would conceive that. But part of you, sleep paralysis, part of your brain's still asleep. The other part is waking up. But the part that's asleep has that little automatic motor control function of your brain is flipped off. So you wake up and you can see and hear, but whatever you're dreaming about, according to medical professionals, usually a lot of doctoral theses are written about this, superimposed upon your environment. So I'm here in my bedroom and I'm dreaming about Krusty the Clown. Krusty Clown will be right here in the bedroom with me until I wake up. The one I had in particular that drove me nuts, my late brother Travis and I were fighting, and Travis was on top of me, and I was cussing him like crazy. And I couldn't move in the dream. And I couldn't move while he was sitting on top of my chest. And I'd wake up and it's like having like a little seizure kind of deal, but not a seizure. It was just kind of jerky motion until I woke up, and then I'd fall back asleep. And then a few minutes later, I'd have the same screwy dream right over again. Oh my God. I don't want to have another sleep paralysis event anymore, but that is pretty freaking weird. But I think I do have the audio fixed on, let's see. Nope. Well, I'm going to have to quit doing it. Okay. I do have the audio fixed. Hopefully this will play and you'll be able to hear it. So hold on just a second.
Hey guys, that's moving right there.
Can you hear it now?
That's not a plane. Not seeing any flashing on it.
God bless you too there, Big Cole. Advanced is
Little
not
things floating around. That's a artifact.
There you go. That'll work.
The fuck is that?
Can you hear the audio now? A 1 in chat if you can, 2 if you can't. Thanks to Bass, and the fellow that's on here is Impromptu Truth, his brother. Cool. Thanks, bud. 5 from Dark Woods, as always. Always a 5.
It's behind the fucking trees now. There it is. It's right there behind the trees. Sorry. Right there.
Right there. There you go. Almost got it. I think he comes up and magnifies it here in just a second. Maybe. I can certainly see it. Hey, Bass, if you're in chat, what time of the day was this? Wow, by the by.
Huh. I don't care.
Let's see if we got right here. I think this is probably the best one right there. Doesn't look like it's changing color, but it's right there, and it's definitely, unfortunately, any kind of phone that you have, present, my iPhone or whatever phone. I don't think Truth or Bass have iPhones, but any phone that you've got, something could be spectacular happen in front of you, but it looks like teeny tiny, even if you got a max blow up magnification. I'm sure that was spectacular, what Truth filmed. So, that being said, there you go. Glad I could pipe that in. I'm going to turn that block off and then get rid of this. Oh, sharing. There we go. Sue says they do change colors. Absolutely, they do. Absolutely. They change colors. I have seen it personally with my own eyeballs. Probably the last time I saw something that was so spectacular, I jumped in my car. I was actually back probably 2018, give or take. I was over at a buddy's house where you had card night, and I brought over some beer or whatever, and we was playing cards in his. Actually, he was playing cards in his garage with a garage door open, and this spectacular multicolored whatever was off into the distance. I'll have to look. Oh crap. I used to have the video. I'll have to go back and look through my old videos. Maybe I still have it. I don't know. The hard drive that that video was stored on, the original copy, that hard drive is crashed probably last year or sometime. But yeah, that video, definitely those UFOs do change color, and it was, I first saw it was actually when the sky was blue late in the evening, but it was still, changing color. And I followed that thing home. I drove from Johnson City, Tennessee outside Johnson City, Tennessee, to Kingsport, Tennessee. And I saw it up to the point where I got into the mountains, couldn't see anymore. So there you go. If you want to email me, SeanG at IamDarkWaters.com, which I think I'm probably going to wind up and call it night unless somebody wants to call in right at the last minute. If you want to jump in, you're more than welcome. I don't have a problem with another conversation that comes up, but there you go. I do have some writing to complete before I lay my fat head down. But there you go. 931-994-6917, or you can call or text me on that same number. If you do text me, don't expect to text back because the way Skype's set up, I can receive text all freaking day long with no charge whatsoever, but it's almost 11 cents a text back and forth. I have texted once or twice with a handful of people, maybe once or twice, and that's it. Then I'll give them a call. See if they're legit. But outside that, that's about it. Holly, Skype is what I use. It cost me about a little under $3 to keep the same number. But Skype, you can use it for free unless you need a number that is permanent, which that's why I pay for. But there you go. All right. Give it about another minute, and then we'll give this stream up. And thanks to, let's see, Rich. Love the Bojangles conversation. Let's see who else was in. Wait a minute. We got a caller. Give me just a second, caller. We'll get you live on there. You're live on there. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, Sean, this is Crystal. How are you?
Hey, Crystal. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing. If I say it real fast, I'm doing good.
So what's on your mind?
Well, it's just a real quick little thing. I was watching Vault the other night, and I can't remember who the person was, but they had a picture of some man's back. It had a huge handprint on his back, and it was all bruised and everything. I don't know if it was supposed to have been a Bigfoot or a dogman had hit him, I think.
I think I saw that picture. I don't think I actually saw that particular stream. If I did, it was just for a half a second. But I think I remember the picture.
Well, that was me. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that brought back an old memory for me.
Okay.
Not to give away anything, but I'm like 65 now, and this is from when I was 4.
You're not
65. 5, 6 years old.
You're not 65.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Right. So.
All right. Well, I believe you. You don't sound it, but anyway, I believe you. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But way back when I was that young, my cousin and her husband had a farm. There was an old house on the farm. They didn't live there, but he had cattle and horses over there. And this fairly young couple had moved in to make sure that the livestock was taken care of and everything. They had twin babies. They were a few months old. I can't remember the exact age. But anyway, the man was working nights.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was fine for a while. But then the babies got where they started crying quite a bit at night. The woman would go in, and she was able to calm them down, and they'd get back to sleep. But this one particular night, they started to cry, but it was like they were just screaming. And she went in there, and she was trying to calm them down and couldn't. And all of a sudden, something hit her in the back and knocked her on the floor. Once she was able to get up and kind of come to herself, of course, her back was hurting. She gathered the babies up, and they went in the living room. They only had one car. The husband had it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But they sat in the living room until he got home the next morning. I can't remember if they actually left that day and they sent somebody else back to get some of their belongings. But if it was either that day or the next couple of days, they didn't go back to the house anymore after that. They thought that it was a demon in the house.
Wow.
But since I have heard so much about the Bigfoot or a dogman hitting people in the back, and that print on that man's back the other night, it just brought that back to me, because the next morning she was showing her husband, and she had a huge handprint on her back, and they measured it, and it was like 12 inches. Just the hand part was 12 inches.
Holy cow. That
just...
Now I'm curious. Well, do I have a measuring something there? No. I was about ready to say, well, if I got a measuring stick, I'd try to measure my hand, but I don't know. It sounds awful big. I would assume I'm assuming a human hand is much smaller than a foot. So,
well, most men's hands are approximately 4 inches across, like measuring from your thumb across your hand towards your little finger.
You're talking from here to here.
That should be about 4 inches. So if you make about 3 of those, that should be about 12 inches. If you can picture that in your head by looking at your hand.
I'm looking at my hand, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe 4 inches.
Well, put your thumb in. Just close your fingers up.
Oh, like that.
Because that's how you measure a horse. A horse is so many hands tall.
Oh,
and a hand is
I
4
got
inches.
You. I got you. You're talking all Southern to me. You're making sense. I got you.
Yeah,
I got
there you go.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah. But anyway, that, like I said, that had just reminded me of that story. I had completely forgotten about it until I saw that man's back the other night. So
I'll have to look
I
that
thought I
picture
would
up.
share it.
Yeah, I'd have to look that picture up now that you got me curious, and I'm going to have to measure my freaking hand now.
Well, you'll have to let us know later on how long your hand is. So
I wouldn't want to embarrass myself, but there you go. To publish I can tell you I'm shorter on my left side than my right by a considerable amount. That's about all I'm going to go.
Well, okay. All right. And that does make sense, but in a strange way, there you go. But now I am curious if that really may have been a demon in the house or if it could have been a creature in the house.
Well, if you guys have noticed, I have not complained or made a comment that I smelled or heard or saw anything in the last little bit. I got rid of something out of my house and it took care of a lot of stuff. So that being said, I no longer feel or see it. The house is completely empty. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything unless I start writing. And then, I'm touching the other side when I write, obviously. But
exactly.
For whatever reason, this house is perfectly calm. If I do hear voices, I can explain it away pretty quick because there's somebody outside yelling or screaming and one of the kids across the road or some crap like that. But that's about it.
Well, by putting a stop to some of the stuff that you were talking about, that probably helped some.
Yep, and getting there, last few weeks I've been, saying, hey, I got to take a few days off or whatever, and I'd start doing a lot of prayer work, and that helped quite a bit, without a doubt.
Well, I am very thankful for you. God is great.
God is absolutely great. God is good. That old saying from when we were little kids, God is great, God is good. Absolutely, without a doubt.
That's right. Well, anyway, I'm going to hop back off of here. I just wanted to mention that before it went way back down deep in my memory and I forgot about it again.
All right. Well, Crystal, I appreciate you calling in.
Sean.
You have a great one. God bless you. All right.
Thank you. Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was an interesting call. Thank you, Crystal. Let's see. Martin, Crystal. Let's see. Who else? Dave, DKnuckle, Big Cole, and Rich, the Bojangles. Wow. I love nights like this. This had fantastic callers tonight. Absolutely. Can't explain what it is to actually have callers to call in unscreened. I have no clue what you guys are going to call in unless you're actually talking about something that I'm talking about, which is fine and dandy. But I think I'm done for the night. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to stick a pin in this thing and say we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and say a prayer. God bless y'all. So here we go. Lord Jesus Christ, and thy love and mercy establish a perimeter of protection around everyone that has participated in this show or will participate in this show, and myself and all our loved ones, those who pray for us and those and their loved ones. May the holy angels give us and all our possessions, protect us and all our possessions, establishing a perimeter of protection around us, rendering us immune from any kind of demonic influence. Ask that no demonic bondage, door, demonic entity, portal, astral projection, or disembodied spirit may enter the space of 100 yards in all directions of us. I ask that any demons within the vicinity or any that should try to enter here be render deaf, dumb, and blind, and that thou wouldst strip them of all weapons, armor, power, illusions, authority, and that thou wouldst bind, rebuke, and disable them from communicating or interacting with each other in any way. Remove them, sending them directly to the foot of thy cross, Jesus, Son of the Most High. Dear Father, please help those that are in need, body, mind, and spirit, that are hurting physically, mentally, spiritually. Please, dear God, for those that have unspoken prayers, that have not communicated with anyone, that are just afraid to ask, hey, will you pray with me? Take those unspoken prayers and answer them. I ask this in thy glorious and most holy name. Amen. So there you go, folks. Another Wednesday, Saturday night, I'll be back over on Dark Waters channel. I don't know if I'll do a Friday show. I may. It just depends on if God taps me on the shoulder and says, hey, oh boy, it's time to do a Friday show. Then again, who knows? I may leave Fridays open for the folks that say, hey, I can't do a Wednesday. I can do a Saturday. Well, how about a Friday? Or whichever other day that comes up. Who knows? But God bless y'all. Paper Chaser, Be Kind, Red Raider, Holly, Trina. Hey, Trina. How you doing? West Virginia lady. Paper Chaser, Donnie. Dark Woods, number 5 man right there. Shell, Sue from Down Under. Old Religion, Dystopia 2. Follow that fella right there. He's got some interesting thoughts and comments. Jason. And who else? I'm going through whoever's been in here and saying God bless to each and every one of you. If I missed you, I apologize. But God bless each and every one of you. If you want to be a part of my prayer chain, just email me or respond to my community post when I do post an update to the prayer chain. Or if you just want to have somebody to pray with, I'm your guy. Or I can forward you to somebody or point you to somebody that can pray with you. That's one of the things God has put upon me, is to pray for or with anybody that wishes to have prayer. I have no problems with it whatsoever. That is what God has laid upon me to do. So, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. You can reach out to me after the fact, 931-994-6917. I may not answer it in the middle of the night, but then again, you never know. Or reach out to me, Sean G, at imdarkwaters.com. God bless each and every one of you. And keep it between the mayonnaise and mustard, folks. And yeah, I saw that message from Messenger there, didn't you? I don't think I can play it on YouTube, though, because it is, from a newscast. But good night. Oh, hey, Eddie. Good night to you, folks. Primal Cry. Sorry about that. Keep it between the mayonnaise and mustard there. Absolutely. And I'll see you definitely Saturday. I don't know between now and then. I might pop on. You never can tell when I'll pop on. But I am posting at least 6 shows a day, or 6 YouTube things, 3 shorts and bits and pieces of from my Wayback Machine, samples from old shows from 5 years ago and on up. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, look out for it. I think tomorrow I got June Ahern on tap for tomorrow for the 3 shows. I only did an hour's worth of conversating with her. So she's 3 20-minute splices. So, and then the following day, I don't know. 5 years. I got a lot of shows to pick from. But holy cow. Holly says, all the glory goes to God. Absolutely. Hallelujah. Amen to that. God bless you. And I'll check you out on the flip side.